So we've seen generics, we've seen collections, we've seen nested classes, we've seen anonymous classes, and we've seen lambdas. We're going to put all of, well, not all of that, but we're going to see the evolution of all of that coming together. There's a class called arrays. It lets you do things with arrays. There's this stream method. So I'm going to show you two ways. I'm going to show you why I'm doing the arrays first. So let's do this as a list to begin with. Right, so values 10 to 20 in here. And normally we actually do this as an int, not an integer. Doesn't matter, but okay, so there we go. So this looks really annoying though. What I'd really like to do is actually make a list from an array of ints. So that's where the arrays comes in. I can say as list, and I can say 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so that's another way to make a list. More convenient. Now, same code. That's the same thing. Now let's say I want to actually only display the values that are even. So that's the remainder when you divide by 2. If the remainder is 0, it's an even number. So let's double check and make sure that I'm not lying. Yep, so now we're only printing those out. And let's say I actually only want to print them out if they're is greater than 10, and val is, not and val is less than 20. So we shouldn't print out 10 or 20, and only the even ones. Okay. Now let's say we mix these up a little bit. Something like that. There'd be some duplicates, all that. Doesn't matter, not the same. Oh, I thought it included a few more. Oh, it's because of the because I'm only doing the even ones. So 18 appears twice, 16 appears once, so we're good. What if I only wanted to make it so that I don't print out the duplicates? Okay, this is going to become a lot more challenging. I'm not going to do it because it's not what I want to show you right now. But if I wanted to, filter out the duplicates, I'm going to have to do more work. This is all too much work. I don't like this. This is getting complex. So there's a really cool thing that we can do. We can actually call this stream method. Oh, what do I do there? Stream. Streaming is another new API, relatively new API. Again, I think Java 8. And I can do for each on it. And I can call, using a lambda, system out print line. Don't worry about it showing me these things. It's just unhappy. There's a better way to do it. That's all. So now it's going to print up. I did print. I meant to do print line. So now we're back to where we were at the beginning. We're printing them all out. I only want to deal with even numbers. I'm not going to put the code in here. I'm going to actually make another thing here that says filter. And my filter is going to take a lambda. And we call it val for consistency. So the val is greater than 10, and val is less than 20, and val mod 2 equals 0. So same thing. I want to filter out, so I'm left only with ones that are greater than 10, less than 20, and even. Cool. Okay, it's unhappy about this. Let's fix it. Took me a second to remember. So this for each is very similar to the other for each we had, right? We're calling system.println, passing in val. Well, there's a special case here that says system.println only takes one argument. It only takes one argument. So we can call that method directly using this fancy : syntax. And it's going to implicitly take the argument that was passed in and pass it to println. Cool. Now I wanted to remove duplicates. No, I wanted to sort them. So all I have to do now is say that I want that whatever was filtered to now be sorted. So now it's going to print out 16, 18, 18. Now I'd also like to get rid of duplicates. Distinct. Now we only get 16 and 18. Now I want to convert it. Where did my map go? I looked this up earlier. I had this working earlier. I tested this earlier. Something I never do. I actually wrote test code. And I've long since deleted it. Oh, I think I'd done it as... No, I didn't. Well, let's try this map. Actually, I'm going to do this. This is what I expected to earlier, and it didn't let me, so I'm confused. But anyways, now we're going to take that int, convert it to a hex string, and print it out. So we're not going to get 16 and 18 anymore. We're going to get 10 and 12. Let me pick some different numbers. So let's set 100. Let's get this up to... Actually, let's just get rid of the filter. We don't need it. Don't use sorted or distinct either. It's fine. Let's do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So here I'm converting each of these integers to a hexadecimal string and then printing them out. Let's say I don't like that hexadecimal string. I want it to be uppercase. Now I'm not remembering what I had done before. Right, so now we convert it. So basically consider the map to be a convert, right? We're converting from an int to a hex string. Now we're converting from a string to an uppercase string. So this E and this C should become uppercase. Now, if I'm not happy, I want to put my 0x in there. I'll do val. Oops. I actually didn't try this earlier. So this one I'm actually at a loss on. Seems that I shouldn't have to do this. It seems very more complex than I expect it to be. However, let's just deal with it for now. So I'm going to return 0x plus uppercase. And let's see. So we're getting that working. Still, I'm very confused as to why it wouldn't let me do the other way. Oh, I know. No, I don't know why. I thought I knew why for a second. I thought it took more than one parameter, but it only took one parameter. Okay, I just had a little syntax error. That's I don't remember what I did wrong, but there we go. Maybe I forgot to put the parentheses around, but that works. So you can see that now we can do very complex things with the streams, just adding in these little things, right? So again, if I wanted to do sorted, I can just sort it that way. I think they're already sorted. 60 and 10. So 10 is A. I had 20 before. Yeah, 14. So it's quite easy to add new features and extend them and all that kind of thing. And you don't have to write all these loops and everything else anymore. We can actually go one step further. We can just take this array. I don't think I'd recommend this, but you could actually just take this array and tell it to dot stream. And apparently I can do of. Nope, I can do a stream. Here is what I meant to do. Nope, I'm wrong. Oh, it doesn't take a... it doesn't take a var args. And there we go. This is before I declared it as an integer, I guess. No, before I declared it, when I did my test, I declared it as an int. Now I'm declaring it as a primitive. So you need the map to object to deal with the primitive to objects. The difference will be that the other one took an object or anything that extends objects as a parameter. This map to object takes an int or a long or a float, all those primitives. And we can run it, and we should get the same output. So you can just go ahead and stream the whole thing to begin with from the arrays. Different ways of doing it. So the streams are quite powerful, and they go well with generics, and they go well with lambdas. We're not going to do too much of them in practice in the course, but they're a useful thing for you to know about.